YouTube is removing quite a few features. Every time I browse the back end side of YouTube, I have a new banner that refreshes telling me that they're removing a different feature. The one that it's showing me right now is about video annotations, which were replaced by end cards and cards, but you used to be able to have videos that would have annotations on the screen. Let me see if I can just find an example. Here's an entire game, here's an entire game built around videos using video annotations. You clicked on them on the screen. At the time, whenever they were introduced to YouTube, they were a really cool feature. However, they were fairly primitive, and after a while, they got kind of old. In fact, I don't even see the annotations on this video now. I'm assuming oh, here we go. Go here, and then it will take you to a different point in the video. I just missed my opportunity. So people did a lot of really creative things where you would be taken to secret videos or different points in the video, or the Machinima channel, back when that was a thing, would use little super quick annotations as teaser promos for series like their Mortal Kombat live action series. Things like that. Again, super primitive, but a really cool concept that they have not truly replaced. Cards are interesting and end cards are interesting. And if you don't know what those are, I will show you with my own video here. This little eye icon in the top right, these are called cards, and you can put them at specific time codes in the video to reference something you're talking about. And then a viewer can click on a video, go to a website, if it's an approved website, or answer a poll. And then the end cards are at the end of the video, if you ever make it to an end of a video, where you can integrate a video, a subscribe button, your Patreon link, something like that. So they already got rid of the annotations editor back in May of last year, but in January of this upcoming year, in about a month, they're removing annotations from all videos, period. Now that will break things like that game that I showed you. It will also break a bunch of older educational videos that are still valuable, but have used annotations to make corrections or add additional info or provide additional info for viewers. And it looks to be that they're doing nothing with those annotations to basically keep that information preserved, which is really disappointing. But there is always the thing with technology where eventually you have to kill off backwards compatibility in order to make innovation better. So theoretically, this could mean improvements for the video player, but it's still disappointing. If I go to a different page in the manager, it gives me a different warning. This one is about shows playlists, which is something most people didn't know about, and at this point, they've completely gimped them. Here you can see a little bit of information about it. Once again, in January, they were removing the shows and movies feature due to low usage, because they forced everyone pretty much to use standard playlists instead of the shows playlist. Previously, you had a shows listing here in your above playlist and could create some really cool show playlists that people could subscribe to the playlist itself. So for example, let's say my Vox Talks Tech playlist. You would actually have a dedicated subscribe button, so you could subscribe to only this content, and you could like the videos in the playlist separately, and it managed with a little above the title, show title, and things like that. It was a really cool feature, and they then, with the new layout update, they basically made it so that new channels after like over a year ago could no longer make any of these, and then all of the show playlists were already getting converted to normal playlists. And so now and you could add like separate ad spots for the shows, you could add unlisted like intros and recap clips. It was a really cool tool, and now they're just saying that no one's using it because they basically destroyed the feature. I'm struggling to find like full screenshots of the entire playlist. However, you can see something like this where it says "Worth It" Season 3, Episode 8. It would show you the season and the episode, and you could have mini seasons. Here you can see where the shows looked like. You could actually create specific shows. It was really cool. And it's kind of like the music playlist they have now. If I go back here, I saw, where you could where it has a dedicated shuffle play and add to library. It's kind of like that, but it was really neat. You could actually use spreadsheets to update them and manage them, which was really handy. And like I said, viewers could just subscribe to the show playlist itself and just only subscribe to that show, which was really neat. And like I said, they completely nerfed them. They converted them all back to normal playlists and are now saying no one's using them, which is frustrating because that's how Google handles things. They basically kill off a feature and then say, oh, no one's using it, time to remove it. One last thing, I couldn't get the banner to pop up, but that they are also removing is video credits on a video. Previously, for collaborative work, or if you had someone editing your videos or something, you could have this cool little, if you had a certain number of subscribers, you could have this cool little credits bar in your description that was kind of pinned to it. It wouldn't hide or anything like that. That would show like who's in your video. You could say who edited it, who collaborated with you, who wrote it, who did music for it. You could do all of these things to tag other YouTube creators and have a really cool like credits thing. It was fairly straightforward. It was text-based and not a lot of people looked at it. But all they had to do was make it a little bit more visually appealing or integrate like hovering channel icons or channel banners or something into this, and it would have been a much better feature. And instead, they just stopped rolling it out to new creators, left it as this boring text thing, and are now removing it. They do say that they're working on new features to let you tag other creators, but they don't say that it's in like a credit kind of format that's just tagging. So that would just be like in cards or something, which is very disappointing. And apparently, as of this past month, you can't even make them anymore. And then at the end of January, they're just deleting them entirely. I don't understand why they need to delete these things. Lots of videos rely on these things having existed to point people towards, and it's not logistically possible for people to go back and retroactively update videos to account for things that are being deleted. It's extremely frustrating that they're deleting this stuff without trying to preserve it in any way, even just as like a static image text block or something. And it's this whole focus on a video older than like 2 months doesn't matter to YouTube anymore. I don't know. It's incredibly frustrating, but I wanted to document this because not a lot of people even know what these features that are getting removed are, or why they're removing them, or what they were, because YouTube is terrible about communication. So I wanted to document and show what these features were, because a lot of them were really cool, and I firmly believe that their replacements will not be as cool as the original features. And like I said, plenty of older videos are totally screwed as a result. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever. I'll see you in the next one.